Okay, these are your practice problems, and I wanted to go over two of them with you just so you kind of have an idea of how to complete these. Again, IQR is taking the Q3 and the Q1 and subtracting them and finding the range. And the way that you find Q1, Q2, and Q3 is by finding the median of your the whole set, then the first half, then the second half. And make sure that you identify because it says in the directions, identify Q1, Q2, and Q3, and then find the IQR for the data set below. So we're looking at the first one, and you'll notice these numbers are not in order from least to greatest, so that's the first thing you need to do. So we're going to do 4, 14, 16, 17, 20, 90, and then 96. So now they're in order from least to greatest. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to find Q1. I'm going to find Q2 first because that's the median of the whole thing, and that's what I have to do first in order to be able to find the first half and the second half. So I'm crossing off. Alright, so my median is 17. Now again, because this is an odd number, I'm not using 17 when I find my Q1 and my Q3. So covering that up, I'm going to cross those two off, and my Q1 is going to be 14, and then my Q3 is going to be 90. Okay, so now I have found all that I need, and I'll go ahead and label this Q2 so we get used to seeing that. And then in order to find my IQR, I need to take my Q3, which is 90, and I'm going to take 14 from that. And my IQR is 76. Now that is a large range, so therefore it would have a wide variation in the data set. Alright, so that is the work for question number 1. So now let's go to question number 2. We're doing the exact same thing. And again, noticing that our numbers are not in order least to greatest, so that's the very first thing I want to do. Okay, so now my numbers are in order from least to greatest. Again, I need to find Q1, Q2, and Q3. And remember, I'm starting with Q2. And I'm even going to write over here Q2 equals median of data set. So that's actually your first step that you have to do. Okay, so I'm going to find my median. Okay, so 70 is my Q2. Then I'm going to find the median of my lower, make sure I did this right. Yeah, okay, I'm going to find the median of my lower half, not including 70. Okay, so now I'm left with two numbers. And when you're left with two numbers and you're trying to find the median, you need to add them up. So I'm going to do 55 plus 50. And then you're going to divide that by 2. And as you noticed, I ran out of room, but that's okay. So this is going to be my Q1. So down or over here, I'm going to write Q1 is 52.5. And then over here, I have 120 and 130. And honestly, I know what the middle of those two are without doing any math. And it would be 125. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. And obviously, because I want you guys to get in the right good habit, we are going to add them up. And then we're going to divide it by 2. Okay, so you end up with 125 is your Q3. So then I'm going to take and I'm going to subtract these two numbers, making sure I line up my decimals when I do my subtraction. Okay, so my IQR for the second one is going to be 72 and a half. And again, that's a pretty large range. So therefore, this data set has a wide range or a large variation. All right, if you have any questions, please make sure you ask.